All right. Ooh, I gotta bring that a little closer. I don't like stretching. I'm too old for stretching. All right, so am I good? I see everybody's in here. Sharon, mom's in here. Let me make sure here. Looks like everything's going. Strategic, my man, strategic. Y'all good? Y'all can hear, see, everything's like. Are we good? I don't even know. That's what happens when you do a live show. You don't even fucking know. You're like, whatever. I'm just gonna run with it. Mm-hmm. It is what it is, right? No one? All right, am I good? Just give me a straight yes or no. Yes, we can hear you. No, we can't. Oh, I'm good? Okay. Not to freak out. I thought maybe I was talking to myself here. Tint'er Tuesday live, talking to myself. All right, cool. All right. So that's all working. That's working. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. Facebook is still not working. I don't know why. I have gone through my settings probably 20 times, and it still has me locked out of Facebook going live. So I guess Facebook's not working. And on top of that, I went in here to link up my TikTok account to go live on TikTok, and apparently I got revoked from going live on TikTok. Oh my God! No one wants to be live except for YouTube. YouTube's just like, we'll let him go. We'll let him do his thing. So apparently, it's just YouTube tonight. Oh my gosh! What do you do? What do you do? Facebook's acting up. TikTok said you're revoked. I'm like, well then, fuck off. YouTube's like, hey, you keep doing your thing, boo. Fuck it, we'll just keep going. Oh my goodness. It is just. Is everybody just having one of those days, or matter of fact, one of those weeks where you just want to just be like, flip the desk and just say fuck it, just disappear? Yeah, right here. Anyways, quick shout out, Tintways, guys. If you guys are not using Tintways, you're missing out. Please, just go try it for 30 freaking days. I almost said fucking, but I didn't want to piss Eric off if I said fuck. He probably wouldn't care. Just try it the fuck out. Try it out. Tintways, get your free 30-day trial. Go to tintways.com. I'm telling you guys, you will not regret it. It will streamline your business. It is all in the fucking app. I said it. Eric's probably gonna be like, dude, I'm done. I'm done with you. But you know what, though? It's in the fucking app. It's in the fucking app. Go check it out. Tintways.com. Eric, thank you so much. Please don't hate me for saying the F word. Please don't hate me. Oh, I bet that's why TikTok said, you know what? I think we're kind of done with Tint'er 3. Fuck him. I don't know. And Facebook is, well, it's just Facebook. And well, since Facebook won't link up, Instagram won't either. So, fuck Meta. This is my damn show. Fuck it. No, anyways. All right. Enough's enough. We got to start the show. Chats, I'll bring you guys in later. And I don't know. It's somewhere over here. It's somewhere. Hold on. Y'all ready to start the show? Y'all ready? I about looked over at this camera when I'm supposed to be on this one. Oh, it's just been one of those days. Let's start the show, guys. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh shit. Oh my god, he's talking about embarrassing as hell. I'm like, no, this wasn't. Anyways, that's right, guys. It is Tint'er Tuesday, live right here on YouTube. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's so horrible. If anybody knows how to go live, or if they do go live, I know you guys feel my pain. You're probably like, why is this not connecting? And anyways, it's a mess. It's a mess. That's what happens when you do a live show, but whatever. It still goes on. Yeah, there it is. Wait, there he is. So my guest tonight, I can say a lot, but I don't want him to. I'll say it when he comes on. I won't say it before because I don't want him to come on and be like, all freaked out. Amazing guy, Cooper Hogan. And I got the chance to spend some time with him last week out in Maine. And let me tell you, Anon, I got to stop. Anyways, my guest tonight, Cooper, I think you're going to like this guy. Actually, you better, or you guys can just get the hell out. See, Cooper, I'll just kick everybody off. It is what it is, right? He's saying, yeah, get him. But anyways, Cooper, are you ready to go? He's ready to go. I was like, are you nervous? He's like, nah, not really. I was like, dude, it's just me and you talking. Don't pay attention to anything else that's going around. Just me and you having a conversation as if we were at the bar, which, by the way, Cooper, I wish we were at a bar having one of those windjammers and just bullshitting. Yeah, he's like, yep, say less, Jason. So anyways, my guest tonight, the one and only Cooper Hogan, and let's bring him in. Let's go, sir. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Well, need I say more? I mean, let's just, do I really, Cooper? Anyways, welcome to the show, and I truly mean this. I appreciate it. We spoke a little bit yesterday, and I was like, dude, you busy tomorrow night? You're like, you want me to be on the show? And he's like, you got anybody else? I was like, why not you? I was just there. We were just hanging out. Come on, let's do a show together. And you're like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. So
thank you for having me.
I know you're at the shop. I know you got some work to do. So we'll try to do this real quick and, keep it about an hour. You know what I mean? Like, I know you got stuff to do. You're a busy man. But first off, let's do this. Why don't you kind of introduce yourself to everybody, let them know who you are, where you're at, name of your company, all that good stuff, and then we'll kind of dive into it.
Cooper Hogan from Herman, Maine, and I'm the owner of Midnight Customs and Detailing.
It's not Herman, Maine. It's Banger, Maine. Banger, Maine. So a little inside joke. So apparently I was pronouncing it wrong the whole time. I kept saying Banger, but it's Bangor, which it that's not what it looks like. Looks like it's saying banger. But anyways, we were laughing so hard. I was like, God, I feel stupid now. Anyways, dude. Okay, so let's start with this. I was out at your shop, and first off, beautiful shop, by the way, 100%. Great location. You're literally right there on a main cross. You got a huge lot, which, by the way, guys, his lot is fucking huge. It's huge. I'm like, dude, you can have a whole car lot over here. And he's like, yeah, I'm getting to that point. So, all right, shop, fantastic. Your employees, let me tell you, you're two guys that JC and Scotty, right? JC and Scotty. They're phenomenal guys. They're funny as shit too, by the way. They are so funny. But we'll get into that later. But tell us a little bit about you and what made you start the business and where you came from, like your background, and what made you do the whole brick and mortar and start doing this. Like, tell us about that story.
So basically, got into detailing first back in 2011. I got my first like detailing recon job at a dealership, and then it started there on big trucks, and then moved to a couple other different places, worked a bunch of different places, and then back in 2020, we built the house, and I figured that I was going to build a garage big enough that we could do a little bit of detailing out of it. And so that's what we did. And come to find out, that garage was not big enough. And just for detailing purposes, ended up getting a coating called Icon Raw Clear, which is amazing. Working a regular job while we started the business for about a year and a half. And then got Icon, went full time, still at the house, so we had low overhead. And then basically my wife kicked me out of the garage. So we had to get a shop. We got a shop that was what we thought would be great. Outgrew it in 7 months, and now we're at the shop that we have now. But Icon has been great. I was looking for something a little bit more to help get us through the winter, obviously, because we're in Maine, we get hit with that. So I started looking into different things. Always loved tint, always had tint on my vehicles. So I started looking around. Someone I know is an Audubon dealer, so he told me to reach out to Jason, and started doing that. And we placed a huge order, did it right from the beginning, and moved into the new shop, got tinting, hired somebody, and that didn't end up working out. We've got a couple more guys. I'm doing the tinting now, and just going to keep going and growing.
And how's the window tinting going, by the way? So let's just say this: you came on with Audubon. What has it been? 9 months, ish.
Yeah, ish.
Roughly. Okay, roughly. And let's just be honest. You didn't know what you were doing, right? And
no, what do you mean?
I'm just saying, like in general here. I'm not saying like you're dumb. I didn't mean it like that. But let's just you were like literally trying to learn everything right off the get go. We had numerous conversations. You know what you need, where you need to start. All the kind of, let's just say, like equipment and stuff like that. And I kind of geared you up to that point. And then you were like, once you got into that shop, you're like, all right, now I'm ready to bring it in. Let's go. So how's the tint journey been since you kind of got it like kind of organized in a way? Like you got a plotter, you got film, you got software, you got the tools, which by the way, I got you better tools, Cooper.
Yes, you did.
But I'm just saying, like, that journey right there, what's that been like? And was it hard to add into your company, or did your customer base accept it very well, and where they were just like, oh my gosh, now I can get two things in one spot? Like, how was that journey for bringing in tint?
It's actually been great. Tint has been a very well added notch in the belt, if you will. Obviously, just like anything, no one's going to be perfect when they first start, so it's very frustrating. You're throwing away a lot of film. You're wanting to throw tools. You're wanting to throw everything and smash windows. It gets frustrating. And anyone that's done this knows where I'm coming from. And then obviously you have the people that either aren't happy or whatever. Like, obviously you always want to do a perfect job, but
Yep.
it is tint for one. For two, there's things that you don't know when you're first starting. So you may not send out a perfect job every single time, but it's what you do to correct the issue to make sure the customer's happy. But it's just been, it's definitely been a roller coaster.
It has, and you know, and I'm not trying to make it sound like everything like it was all me, but I mean, we did numerous calls. I tried to guide you and help you in every way possible without me physically being there. You know, it took us a while to get the plotter dialed in. And I told you, now just vouch for me on this. I told you from the get go that I was going to be very blunt and very straight with you, right? I wasn't going to, you know, pussyfoot nothing. I was not. And I told you day one, I said, this is probably going to be very brutal. You're probably going to have very little patience. You're probably going to want to throw shit and break shit. I told you that. And you just said that just like 2 seconds ago. You're like, yeah, fuck yeah. It was a bitch. You know, yeah. It was. But I will say, you listen. You always call. I always try to tell you straight up everything, and I try to do the most I can. And you've overcome a lot of challenges, and you've kind of beaten it up where you're just like, I'm not going to let it ruin me and make me not do it. And that's something that I admire from you, because you didn't just say, screw this, I'm throwing in the towel, I'm not touching tint, and gave up. You never gave up.
Actually, it's kind of funny you say that, because one of my guys the other day, or not even the other day, it was a little bit ago now. So I was learning tint, but I also had someone that was really like doing most of it. So things didn't work out there. So I had to really jump right back in, and like I could do it before, but like I had to get really good really quick.
Right.
So, and in that time, I brought in a car, and the back window was just kicking my ass. So, and in that, he just basically said, I look up to you because you didn't just throw in the towel. You didn't get mad. You didn't get frustrated. Like, you were frustrated, but you didn't just say, fuck this and go, you know,
right.
Send the vehicle out the door, because you can't do that when you're a business owner. You have to, especially with the type of business that we're building, we have a high clientele. We've got high-end cars, and we have to put out a high-end product, and not just throw in the towel. So
yep.
He was just basically saying that he was very impressed with just keep going. You know, you tear it off and you do it again. You tear it off and you do it again. As much as it's not fun, you just have to do it.
Yep. And it's something that we've all struggled with. We all have been in that position that you were in. We all been there, and it's not fun. You literally want to just say F it and walk away. I mean, it's true. But like I said, you never gave up, and you're always, you know, reaching out to me for guidance, and I'm always trying to help out as much as I can. And you know, when I was there last week, I showed you guys a couple of things where you guys were like, wait, what? You know, and you needed to see it from someone who's done it for a long time to just go, oh shit, that makes sense. And, you know, kind of incorporate that with your, you know, your regular installs and just, you know, bring it all together. It's taking little pieces here and little pieces here and just going like this, going, now I can make it work. You know, and I wish we could have had more time, because I mean, dude, I wanted to show you more, but time was just like this. It just like so fast. I was like, what the hell, man? I just got here. So, but
next year,
right?
It's an annual trip now.
That's right. We basically determined that we are not just rep and dealer. We are actually friends, and You know,
Sure.
I told him before the show started that, you know, if he ever wanted to call just to talk about anything outside the industry, my phone line's open. And I think that's where Cooper and I are now. And it's a great feeling that we do have that friendship, because we had a great time Saturday, man. We had an awesome time. Your family is just amazing. You know, your wife is, excuse me, your wife is just smart and supportive and just well-rounded, and your kids are just absolutely amazing. You know, your oldest, she would not share Whoopi Sunday for nothing, and I'm just like, I am literally trying to give it to you. She's like, nope, I don't want it, and I'm like, you sure it's pretty good? But anyways, okay, so brought in Tint, customers are grasping on now. From that day you said that you struggled so bad, from there till now, how much have you grown on the tint side? Like, has it progressed, or are you kind of leveling out on that, or how's that side?
Definitely progressed. But I guess it's coming to the fact that tint is never perfect. Like, yes. I mean, it is, but it isn't, you know?
Yeah.
Obviously there's things that are okay to let slide and there's things that aren't. And you have to be okay with that. And me, it's so freaking hard to just let something go like that, because like that's the industry I came from. Or the industry I'm in, with hiring cars, detailing, coatings. Like, you can't have a little mess up here or there. I mean, it always has to be spot on, especially when there's 10 shops down the road. You know, it's all cutthroat. But with us, we're a step above everybody else, and we have to stay there.
And that's totally fine, and I get that. I do, and I admire that. I mean, that's with anybody out there. You want that top-notch service. You want to be, you know, the one where everybody goes, man, this thing is absolutely flawless. But I also told you from day one, there's no such thing as a perfect tint job. It'll never happen. It won't. I mean, you can have the good days, you can have a bad day, and that one little speck on a good day can turn into 5 on a bad day, and you're just like, what the hell? But I get it, and like I said, I admire you for trying to be that top tier shop in your area. But you're also learning at the same time, and you got to give yourself a little credit to, you know, kind of be a little bit more balanced and not so stressed out on being flawless. Period. Yeah. And I called you out on that numerous times. I have. Yes. But like I said, I get it, man. You want to be there, but in all reality, it takes time, repetition, and experience. And once you start getting that time under your belt, you'll start to see that go up. And you're just gonna go, what was I thinking, man? That's all in the past, and now I'm up here, and then everybody's gonna know who the fuck Cooper is. Period.
Yep.
Yeah. Dude, you're just okay. Anybody watching, I'm serious. Who would not want to just sit there and have a beer with this guy? Because I know I would. Flat out. It's just a good time. Your two guys that are working for you. How's that? Give a little like history on them. I mean, you don't have to go like full detail, but like, you know, experience, how they come on, and what's your strategy to keep them going into the shop.
So I'll start with Scotty, because he came on first. He came on literally never touching a buffer in his life, to being like one of my top guys, or being the top guy. So he came from the industry of welding and mowing lawns ever since he was in high school, to now he's buffing black, he's learning tint, and he's doing great, you know. And a quick little funny thing about him was he was so scared to change his career path, he almost didn't show up his first day.
He told me that, and I was like, why? And he's like, I don't know.
Yeah. Till this day, he goes, I don't know why I almost didn't. I'm like, dude, I'm glad you did show up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, he's he's a good guy, and when he told me, he's like, dude, I've never touched a polisher before in my life, and I fell in love. And I'm like, and you almost didn't show up the first day. I'm like, you see what you could have missed out. He's like, yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the best part was the first time he ever picked up a buffer, I had him start buffing on a Z06 Corvette. He goes, "You want me to do that?" I'm like, "Yeah, because I can fix it. It's not a big deal."
Hey,
and he did, and he did a great job.
yeah, hey, you got to learn somehow. You might as well be on a very expensive car, because that way, hey, if you fuck up, you'll be like, I'm not doing that again.
Yeah. Like, I think I told you this, what my wife said the other day. She goes, "You always say that you have to get an older vehicle to practice on or whatever." My wife, she's a nurse, and she's like, "I have to train people on real humans.
That's right.
Not dummies."
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you got a point there.
Yeah. No, she said that night we were all sitting down having dinner, and I'm like, you know what, dude? Your wife makes a really good, valid point. Holy shit. You know, don't be, basically, here's my take on that. Don't be afraid to train someone on any vehicle. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because even if they fuck up on an old car, the damage is still there, whether or not it's old or new. Period. I agree. I mean, some people may go, no. I'm not letting a new guy go in on a $100,000 car, and I'm like, I get that, but that's what insurance is for. You know what I mean? Like, you know, just saying. I don't think it's a bad idea. When she said that, I was like, God, it kind of makes sense. You know, why not? Shit.
Like, oh, you're right again.
Right. I'm like, you know, they don't teach on dummies, man. They're just like, hey, don't fucking cut that right there, because they'll bleed out. You know, I get it. Oh man. And then what about JC?
JC. So I was talking to a buddy of mine, actually, telling him that I had to get rid of somebody, and he so he told JC, and JC came and talked to me, and then I said, yeah, we'll see if it works, and he hasn't left yet, so. Yeah.
He's and just so everybody knows, JC is actually from South Africa, so he's got that accent and everything. Yeah. And I tell you, man, I'll be 100% transparent here on this. I've trained a lot of people over the years, and that guy, not that I mean, everybody's got, like, you know, their boundary, like their space around them, and I don't mind when they're like focused in, like what I'm doing, so they can, you know, see it up close. That dude was just like right here. He was like, do it again, and I'm like this, and he was literally like trying to memorize every little move I made, and he was like bound and determined to get it and get it right, which says a lot for him, but that also says a lot for you, because I think you've got someone that's going to, excuse me, you know, get into that practice, and, you know, getting the muscle memory and the steps down, where after a while, he's just going to be like, what do you need done, Cooper? And you're going to go, that needs to be and he's just going to go like this.
Yeah.
That's what I saw 100% out of him. Cause I mean, dude, I was literally showing him how to cut the top edge. And I mean, he was just like this to my knife, going, how's it angled? And I was like, it's like, and he was just like this.
Watch out, I'm going to cut you.
I'm like, what are you doing? Don't get that close, dude. You know, super nice guys. They were funny. You know, you got us lunch that first day, and got us sandwiches that we've never had, and I was just like, what the fuck? I'm missing out on some main sandwiches. Like, holy shit, you know. But they're just awesome guys. Okay, so you got the coating side down. Now you're doing tint. Now I'm gonna bust your balls right now, because you're always so gung-ho stubborn about PPF. Yeah, you didn't think I was going to mention this shit.
Oh, I had a feeling.
Yeah. But just so you guys know, we did talk when I was there, and we were kind of going over the PPF that Autobahn offers, and the warranties and stuff like that. And it kind of opened your mind a little bit. right? You can at least admit that, Cooper. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Because if Janelle's watching, she's gonna be like, "What?" So I got you some samples. They're going to be coming out to you soon, and then I'm going to guide you on to dialing in the plotter for PPF, and I've already told you I want you to do small things and just kind of get familiar with the film and stuff like that, and then we'll gradually kind of move into that. So I'm excited for you, and I know I'm just going to bust your balls from here on out. I mean that's it. Period.
Because I when I bought my plotter from day one, you said, "You remember this?"
Fuck yeah, I remember it. Are you serious? I was there, Cooper. Yeah. Yes.
Yep. Asked me if I was ever going to do a PPF, and I said, "No, I will never do PPF. I do not need a 60-inch plotter." Guess what? I might need a 60-inch plotter.
Oh damn! Listen, all funny aside, like I'm glad you're kind of opening the mind a little bit to maybe even start to look at it. I mean, when Janelle and I were talking about PPF and what all you can do with PPF, I literally saw your eyes kind of like, wait, what? And even your wife was like, wait, you could do stainless steel for it? Like, I mean, dude, like this, she's like, I'm tired of the kids and da. So, when we started, talking more about going outside of just vehicles for PPF, it really sparked the interest. So I'm excited. When you get the samples, again, get you dialed in and kind of get you going. And if you like it, awesome. And we'll keep moving forward. If you're just dead set and you're like, yeah, at least I got you to try it. Period. I at least did that part of my job.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That way Kratz can't get pissed at me going, well, did you introduce it? Nope. I did all my job, boss. That's it. Period. I'm excited. I think you'll like it and kind of see a little bit of more of what it can do. Nothing against your coatings. Nothing at all. But you want me to keep going? You want me to stop that? You're like, enough's enough, asshole. Oh man. Okay. So what? All right. Whether PPF takes off or doesn't. What's the next step for Midnight Customs? Like, where's your thought process in?
Really dialing in the tint and coatings. Obviously, coatings are pretty dialed, but get the tint dialed in really good so we can be even more efficient with it, which we are gaining every day. But obviously, it takes time, and then definitely want to start getting into flat glass and start expanding that and just keep going. So obviously PPF is definitely on the mind a little bit now because there's just so many different options with it, I guess. But yeah, definitely flat glass is definitely in our near future, and keep expanding the automotive side.
And then what about growth of the company as a whole? Are you trying to maybe bring more people in? Are you trying to
definitely going to be looking for somebody strictly for tint, maybe even train on PPF, but definitely need somebody for tint especially because
gotcha.
I can only do so much.
Yep.
The boys always laugh. They're like, dude, your phone never stops. It's like, yeah, you guys want to keep working this phone better, keep going.
Have you, just out of curiosity, because you said the phone's going nonstop, have you ever thought about maybe trying to hire someone for the front desk to kind of free up that a little bit and have someone just run answering the phone calls and scheduling? Have you thought about going that direction?
I have, but it's always like, I've always been the face of it, and everyone always wants to talk to me. So, like, obviously, like, there's going to be a point that we're going to need that, but I think I can stretch it a little bit longer.
See, okay, I get it. You're the face of the company. The people around there, your customers start to kind of realize who you are, and they come in, they want to talk to you. I get that, but Cooper, you're going to get to that point where you're going to have to kind of let those reins go and kind of step off a little bit, and let you focus on other things. So, just saying. You can still listen. You can still be the face. Don't get me wrong, but you need to let some things go to other people so you can kind of focus on what really needs to be focused on. So I know you're going that direction. I get it. You're doing good, dude. You're doing good. But I'm still gonna call you out on shit regardless.
I know.
Period.
That's why I love you so much. Always calling me out. Good or bad.
I will. I told you from the very first phone call, I'm like, just to let you know, I'm very straightforward. I'm very blunt. So if you don't like it, then I'm not your rep. I love it.
That's good. It's good because I need that.
No, and it's not a bad thing. I don't want to be that person that fluffs and stuff. That's just not my style. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not. So it's not me. All right. So company's good. You got guys in there that are working their way up to get better at what they're doing. You got more product that you're going to start getting into, hopefully, right? So everything's growing. Okay, now business aside, what about personal life? Married, kids. We already kind of said that, but you're married. You got 3 kids. Yeah. Okay,
married, 3 kids. Built a. What's that? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No.
3 kids. A Great Dane dog, and my wife and I, we got married almost 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It was a lot that year because we built the house, we're planning a wedding to get married, and she was pregnant.
Just bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, I'll never do that again. But she's a rock star, so we made it through.
Matter of fact, I don't know if you want to share this or not, but I'm going to say it anyways. Just because your wife is just amazing. Is you left home, you came back up to the shop to do the show, and while we were sitting in the lobby before the show started, you're like, my wife is the best. Like, she just texted me, thanks for coming home real quick. Got a bite to eat. You were coming back up to the shop because you got some work to do, and she said, what'd she say?
She said, you're going to do great.
You're going to do great. Yeah. So. I gotta say, you definitely have a good supporter, which I saw. So, hats off to the wife, man, for real.
I tell her this all the time: a king can only be a king with a queen.
There you go. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Queen, so. Here's how we've grown this fast, for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. You got that good support. It keeps you motivated. Yeah, absolutely. Going back to the business side, what's been like one struggle from when you got to the shop that you're in now? What's one struggle that you've had to overcome in the business itself?
Way more overhead in this shop versus my last shop, like rent being very small to very big now. Granted, yes, we have way more room, but like it's still something. Adding employees, like even though they're great, they're expensive.
Yeah.
Learning obviously something completely new is never easy. Mm-mm. Just knowing the right things to do for customers, for your employees, how to push them the correct way, how to take care of them so they want to stay. Just everything about being business, but always it's making sure, like, yes, I love my family and I want to take care of them, but it's not only that now. It's I have 2 other families to feed.
Yep.
And I have to make sure that they can eat every single night. You know, so there's definitely pros and cons to that. Like,
Sure.
there's days that you're not going to make anything, and there's days that you may make $10,000-$20,000. But in the grand scheme of things, that's probably like the biggest thing, that because I want to take care of my guys. That's my, like, don't get me wrong, I love my family and I will always take care of them, but my guys need to be taken care of.
Sure. Yep. It's
That's probably the biggest. Through winter was obviously very hard, getting into something new that we didn't even know how to do. With the overhead, with not having much knowledge of the tint, obviously, and investing into something completely new. So you maybe not have that nest egg, but you have the tool to make it, if that makes sense.
Yep.
It was definitely a risk, and I'm glad I took it, but it was definitely risky this winter. But hey, the lights are still on. Everyone always asks me, "So how you doing?" I said, "Well, we made it through winter. We're doing it."
Absolutely. And that's the excuse me, that's the struggles of being a business owner, and also growing pains. I mean, that's it. You either figure out a solution and move forward, or you curl up in the corner in the fetal position and cry for mom and give up. I mean, it's which way you want to go. And I excuse me, we've been in contact all through the winter, because that's when you basically came on through the tent, and I kept pushing you, and you never gave up. So again, I'm super proud of you for not giving up on that, period. Because I know what that's like, wintertime, period. But we're also talking about wintertime in Maine, guys. In Maine, where there's Dunkin' Donuts on every street corner.
Yes, and in between.
Oh my gosh, dude! Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh man, that was funny. You're like, "Do you guys do Dunkin'?" And I'm like Dunkin' Donuts? You're like, "Yeah." And dude, I've never seen so many Dunkin' Donuts in Maine before.
I said, "You want coffee?" You're like, "Yeah, you got a Starbucks?" I said,
Yeah.
"How about Dunkin'? There's 2 of them within like 5 minutes."
Oh my gosh, dude! I was just like, "Do you guys have a Starbucks?" And you're like, "Yeah, it's on the way on the other side of town, and it's brand new." And I'm like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
That's so funny. Shop. I know when I was there, I kind of gave you a couple of tips and ideas to make the shop run a little bit more efficient. I know you're working on that.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I think you will see a big improvement on those. Period.
Yeah, sure.
So we're gearing up towards that. What else? What else about Cooper, man? Tell us about the man himself, Cooper.
I don't know.
He said, "Oh man,
Yeah.
my mom's asking. She's trying to get ahead of the Q&A. But are you originally from Maine?
Yes, born and raised.
In Bangor?
Brewer, actually. Yep. And then moved on the other side of the river. That's what we call it over here. To Bangor area, Herman. Probably, I don't know, a little over 10 years ago, give or take.
And was that move for business, or was that just a move? Just
a move.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then, but yeah, I mean, basically, I've always wanted to be a business owner. I owned a lawn care business before, actually, when my wife and I got together. And then COVID hit. And obviously, we didn't know what was going to happen there. I had the opportunity to sell. So I sold that, because that's a business that you can't stop. The lawns are always growing and snow is always falling. Yep. So you can't say yes or no. So I said, I'm going to open another business, but it's going to be something that I can do on my terms.
There you go.
And obviously, like, that's very loose terms, but because you have to go and have to go to grow.
Right.
But we're kind of at that point. I have made sure now that 3 years in, I try not to work weekends my hardest because I can't buy time back, and spend it with my family, my kids. But yeah.
And you know Janelle's going to keep you accountable for that, by the way. Okay. Yeah. Just making sure.
Yeah.
Just making sure. Just making sure. Dude, before we start the Q&A, because, I mean, look at that, dude. We're at 48 minutes. Like I told you, dude, it goes like super quick. But before we start Q&A, I definitely, I personally want to thank you for your hospitality, your guys's at the shop, also, and not only that, but taking the time out on Saturday to take your wife and your kids, I mean your whole family, and excuse me, take us an hour down to the bay, or to the coast or whatever. Yeah. Bar. What is it?
Bar Harbor.
Bar Harbor. That's it. I couldn't remember the name of it for the life of me. Yeah. But you took the time out to take us down there so we could see the ocean, go down on the beach and feel the water, and then took us to that little town to have an awesome lunch, by the way, with great scenery. And dude, your family is just, it's amazing, dude. You should be very proud of yourself and your family, because I see it. So I definitely want to say thank you for having us, and it was a good time. Absolutely a good time.
It won't be the last, that's for sure.
No, absolutely fucking not. It won't.
Yeah.
No. I know Janelle was just like, we should all four go somewhere with no kids, and I mean, you're like, okay, but I'm not flying unless my wife goes.
Literally.
And wait. There's a reason why Cooper will not fly unless his wife goes, is because Cooper, for some reason, cannot maneuver himself around the airport. But we're not going to get into that. But
literally drove to Virginia Beach for a training just so I didn't have to fly.
And it's not because he was scared of flying. He was scared of the fucking airport.
I would probably pay 3 times as much if I could get a direct flight. Okay, you get on here, you get off here. Perfect.
Oh, Cooper. I don't know what I'm going to do with you. All right, so I'm going to bring in the chats real quick and let this kind of refresh. But so if anybody's got any questions, comments for Cooper, now's your chance, because he's got to get to work, guys. I did see this right here. What are your hobbies, and then also what are the ages of your kids?
Kids are 10, 2, and 3 months.
3 months. Okay.
Yeah. 10, 2, and 3 months. Hobbies, anything with an engine. Anything with an engine.
He's got a nice looking boat on the side of his shop, by the way.
Yeah. And then obviously hanging with my kids, and my wife, just doing whatever they want to do, But that's pretty much it.
And then you're trying to get me to tint that damn boat, and I'm like, dude, I don't do boats. I stopped that shit yesterday.
One of these days.
I'm like, dude, no. I hate boats. I hate it. Honestly, I wish we would have had more time, because I would have had you back that in there, and I would have really helped you get that thing tinted. But I think that was what, Friday?
Yeah, Friday night.
Yeah. And I was just like,
we were ready for a beer.
Yeah. I was done, dude. I was so tired. Anybody else? Like, come on, guys. Questions, comments? Throw them out there for Cooper. Make him work for this show that he agreed so badly to be on. I know it takes people a while to type shit, but speaking of, how's your wife? Did she have a good time with us on Saturday?
Yes, she did.
Good.
Yeah.
I know.
We were a little frustrated about the parking, but we had a great time.
I was getting frustrated too, but then I was just like this, and Janelle's like, "What are you gonna do, Jason?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm just hungry." She goes, "You're hungry. Let's just separate, and then we'll just meet at the restaurant." And I'm like, "Okay." she had to calm me down because I was just like, "Oh my god!" And then that dude with the fucking truck and the boat, and
so I was waiting there for a while for him, and then I finally just said, I don't care, I'll pay the parking ticket, because I asked the kid working, I said, so how much is a parking ticket if I park over here where I'm not supposed to? He goes, $52. I'm like, I'm about ready to pay that parking ticket. Just because I'm hungry, the kids want to get out of this vehicle, I'm ready to go.
Yep. Yeah, and I was worried about the kids too, because I trust me, I know how kids are. But I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so hungry.
Literally.
It's all good though. It's all good. Here you go. Ooh. So there's something about this, and I'll let you talk about what kind of nurse is your wife?
She is a med surg nurse, so basically anything as long as people come out of surgery, I'm pretty sure, something like that. But she also teaches a little bit. So she does that a day or two a week, depending on when in the school year it is. So,
yep. She's a smart one. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
She is a smart one.
Yeah.
I'm over here tending cars. She's over there saving lives, and I'm like, what the fuck, Jason?
Yeah.
Whatever. Here you go. Did you get the parking ticket?
No, the guy finally moved.
The guy moved.
Yeah.
No, but I was afraid I was going to get a ticket because we drove around and we saw the Ace Hardware parking lot like off to the side. Right. Yeah. And there was like 2 cars over there, and it was like a whole lot. And I'm like, why is no one parking over there? Yeah. But yeah, so I told Janelle, and I was like, oh man, I swear to God, if this car gets towed, I was like, we're fucked. And she's like, nah. There's no cameras. There's no sign. There's nothing. And I was like, all right, I tell you what, let's go at least act like we're looking at something at Ace. She's like, okay. So we started talking to the lady out front about the flowers that they had out there. And I was asking her about the flowers that grow on the side of the road. And she was telling us all this stuff. And then Janelle's like, she leans in, she goes, is it okay if we park right there if we go have lunch real quick and come back? And she looks around and she goes, I'm here till 4. Anything after 4, that's all on you guys. It's like, all right, cool. We took off. It was so funny. But that restaurant was...
Oh, we love that restaurant.
And I tell you, I don't know if there's something that your daughter can't have sweets, or she was afraid, or I don't know. I've never.
It's funny because like my wife said to me tonight, she goes, "You know what sounds really good?" She goes,
whoopie.
What? She said a whoopie pie. I was like, you know, really sounds good. I said that Sunday that Jason had the other day. That looks so good.
I literally looked at the menu and I was like, oh, they got whoopie pie sundaes, and your daughter was sitting next to me. She's like, yeah, they're pretty good. And I'm like, yeah, I've had the whoopie pies before. And I'm thinking, oh man, it's a Sunday. And I'm like, you want to get one with me? She's like, no. I was like, you want to share one? She's like, no, stop. I mean, she told me stop like 20 million times. I mean, even when the waitress brought it out, and I literally like, here's another spoon. She's like, stop. I'm like, can she not have sweets? Is she in trouble? What happened here? That's so funny.
Just a kid being a kid.
Oh man. I've never seen a kid say no to a whoopie pie and ice cream like that. I was just like, are you sure? That's pretty damn fucking good.
But she's more like my wife too. She would much rather have something like chips or something like that. You know? Like she likes sweets, but much rather have like chips or something.
No, and it's fine. She was so funny, dude.
It was funny though. I'm like, dude, just have some.
I was having so much fun with her sitting next to me. I'm like, I was literally like damn near putting it right in front of her, and she's just like, stop, like doing this. I'm like, it's okay. Don't worry about your mom and dad. She's like, no. So
and
funny.
Janelle had never had a whoopie pie before.
Mm-mm. Nope.
She didn't know what it was, actually.
She didn't. If anybody doesn't know what a whoopie pie is, it's like 2 chocolate cakes with like white cream. Yeah. It's nothing crazy, but it's like their local dessert thing. It's something about Maine and whoopie pies and Dunkin' Donuts. I shit you not. It's just unreal.
And red hot dogs.
And what?
Red hot dogs.
And red hot dogs. Yeah. Oh man. So funny. So funny. I guess no one's got anything to say. No one's got questions. I guess we just went over everything. Is everybody out of questions? Cooper's like, thank God, because I got shit to do. I love it. I'm trying to scroll back through. Oh my gosh, come on, mouse. I'm trying to scroll back through because I saw people saying something. And I missed it. I probably missed it. I don't know what that was about. Yeah, I missed it. I can't scroll back far enough. It is what it is. What are you working on? What do you got? What do you have to go work on?
I'm actually done. We coated a truck tonight, and then I pulled in a Jeep Wrangler today that I needed to tin. Well, I pulled the tin off because it was all scratched from previous. The guy bought it used, and then I had to re-tin it, but I was so busy that I couldn't even tin it today.
So you're gonna do it
first thing in the morning.
What kind of Jeep?
Just 2-door Wrangler.
Oh.
Yeah. Cake. Yeah.
You got this. You got this. You better not call me tomorrow about that Jeep.
No.
I'd be like, what, Cooper? Hey, so about that Jeep, click.
Yeah.
I'm joking, Cooper. I'm gonna say it again, and I sincerely mean it, man. You're just an awesome person, dude. You're humble. You're likable. You're funny, and you're my guy, dude. For real. Like you're in my little circle now. You're not off here in the background, so we're like this from here on out. Too bad.
For sure.
So suck it up, Buttercup. Suck it up, Buttercup. All right, I'm going to turn the chats off real quick. I know it's late for you. I know you want to get home because it is, 8, 9, it's 10 o'clock, and I'm sure your wife's like, is he done? She goes,
if I'm sleeping when you get home, don't be mad.
Not even. All right, so Cooper, I got to do this like we always do, but I definitely want you to leave a legacy of you being on the show. Tips, tricks, ideas. I mean, whatever it is. Some last words of Cooper for the show before you go home.
If you're just starting into this game, keep going. You will make it.
100%. Yeah. And you haven't given up yet?
Nope.
Not at all. Not at all. Awesome. Well, Cooper, hey, I appreciate you being on the show tonight. You can always call me no matter what. Tell your wife and kids that Janelle and I said hi, and go home. Get the fuck off my show. Bye-bye. See you later. Get that the fuck out of here. Did I miss? I didn't. Okay. All right. Again, thank you, Cooper, for being on the show. If you guys want to, go check them out. Midnight Customs, Detail and Tint. Detail and Tint? Cooper, did I say that right? Is it Detail and Tint, or is it just Midnight Customs? Okay. Okay, gotcha. Okay. So go check it out. I don't know. Send him a friend request on Facebook. I don't know if he's that open, but super, super nice guy. And go tell him hi. Go follow him. Go like his stuff. Because he's got some decent content out there. So announcement. Real quick. So what I'm going to do, because I need to save my sanity. is I'm going to starting now is I'm going to alternate every other week for the show. So just to give me a break, give me some time for myself, because this, I know it doesn't seem much, but guys, when I do it every single week, it's just it's starting to beat me up a little bit mentally. So I apologize. It's nothing against you guys. I love doing a show, but I need some time for me to kind of regroup and stuff like that. So I'm going to continue the show, just not every week. It's going to be every other week. So next week, no show. Following week, we'll do a show, and so on and so on. So that's just for my own self. Okay. So let's see here. What we got going on? Oh, there is going to be an announcement, a major announcement in a couple weeks. So be on the lookout for that. That's going to be an interesting announcement. So I'll keep you guys on the hook for that one. So be on the lookout. Maybe 2-3 weeks tops, and there's going to be a big announcement right here on the show, and we'll kind of go from there. So on that note, I think that is it for tonight. Somewhere, and yeah. Sorry Facebook, sorry Instagram, sorry TikTok. I don't know what the deal is, but we're still here on YouTube. So I'll see you guys here in 2 weeks, live Tint'er Tuesday, YouTube. None of the rest because, well, they're not working. So other than that, I hope everybody has a great rest of the week, and I'll see you guys on here on the next show. And we're out. See you guys.